So you're looking to move to Fort Myers, Florida? Well, in this video, I'll take you inside the computer to share with you a Google Map version of Fort Myers, Florida, where it's going to show you all of the things you could do around downtown Fort Myers, as well as some neighborhoods outside of Fort Myers. I'll even take you over to Fort Myers Beach just to show you how close it is, where the airport is in relationship to everything, as well as all the major highways and roads. My name is John, and I get calls, texts, emails, and Zoom calls every day from people just like you. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 9 months, reach out. My contact info is in the box below. I'm here to help you make a smooth move to Fort Myers, Florida. All right, so let's get into this Google map of Fort Myers. I just wanted to show you downtown Fort Myers in relation to Gateway, the neighborhood that we toured in a previous video that you can check out right here. But if you see on the video here on this map, I'm going to show you an outline of Gateway. Gateway borders Route 82, and it snakes its way through here down to Daniels Parkway and back to 82. So that triangle looking shape is Gateway. Within Gateway, you have Timber Creek, the community that we toured, along with right next door on this property is the Plantation. We talked about Bridgetown at the Plantation and Somerset at the Plantation, and this area of town is known as Arborwood. I know it's a little confusing. There's a lot of housing throughout here, as well as some businesses. There's Fort Myers Brewing Company, within Gateway, the Saucy Meatball, great Italian restaurant within Gateway, some other pizza places, and golf courses. You have the club at Gateway. We'll talk about the golf courses here in a little bit, but just wanted to show you where we were in relation to everything. Now, as you can see, Gateway is really close to Fort Myers International Airport, which is a nice thing because, again, easy access to the airport if you're traveling. If this is a second home for you and you want to just get in and out, Fort Myers International Airport is a very easy airport to fly in and out of. What's even nicer is that you are literally 2 or 3 miles down the road from your front door, which is really, really nice. The other nice thing about the airport, the flight patterns go that way. They take off that way, or they'll land this way. So there's no flight pattern, there's no flight traffic over the Gateway area unless there's a storm rolling in and they have to make a turn to go over. But for the most part, they're going out straight, out over to Lehigh Acres, and they're going back north that way. Now, to show you how close you are to downtown Fort Myers, you can go one of two ways. So you can go north on 75 and get off at 82 and head west on 82, and you'll be down to downtown Fort Myers. Or if you're over in this part of, say, like Timber Creek, you can just head out 82 and stay on it the whole way, which is nice because you don't have to get onto the highway, and you can be into downtown Fort Myers in a very, very short period of time. Some of the nice things about being that close to downtown Fort Myers is you have access to the Calusa Nature Planetarium, you have the IMAG History and Science Center, you have Edison Park right here. This is where Fort Myers famous Thomas Edison and Henry Ford would vacation, have their second homes right along the banks of the Caloosahatchee. As you can see, the Edison Ford Winter Estates. Really cool place to go to and check out. They have the laboratory there. They have their homes right on the Caloosahatchee. Beautiful sunsets, beautiful botanical gardens on the property. Very cool looking banyan trees that are all over the place. If you haven't seen those before, I highly suggest going to check that out. And then obviously you have the Fort Myers downtown district, the River District right here. Lots of good restaurants, food, shopping as well. Good nightlife downtown for sure. Shopping around this area, you have, which is nice, in the Forum right up here, you have Home Depot, you have a Walmart Supercenter, there's a Publix grocery store right here, You also have down here, there's another Publix right about in here. You have a Whole Foods down this side. So lots of different locations to do your grocery shopping as well as home renovation shopping if you're doing any of that type of stuff. To go to Gulf Coast Town Center, which would be the next major shopping area where you're going to have, like, there's a Target right here in the Forum. Right there in the Forum, you have a Target as well as the Home Depot up there, as well as some other shopping places like an Office. I think it's the Staples right there. But as you can see, Gateway is not too far from Gulf Coast Town Center. So Gulf Coast Town Center is right here. And I'll zoom in on that for you so you can see and check that out a little bit more and get a lay of the land as to what's over there. There's a Costco, again another Target, Regal Gulf Coast Cinemas, Bass Pro Shops, along with different restaurants. You have Backyard Social, Twin Peaks, you have Burntwood Tavern, as well as some steak and seafood places that are excellent and highly recommend. So easy access there. Backyard Social is a new open air concept, a place that has lots of like backyard games like cornhole and darts, miniature bowling, you name it, they have it, as well as, it's, like I said, it's open air, so around the whole center of the bar are a bunch of different food trucks, local vendors that have their food trucks there, which is very nice because you can sample from a lot of different types of restaurants down this way. The other thing I want to show you is the amount of golf courses near Gateway. So let's go to that. Now, there's definitely a lot of private golf courses, but there's also a few public golf courses. Eastwood Golf Course is going to be a public golf course. This is a very nice golf course for being public, for sure. It's owned by the city of Fort Myers. They do keep a good care of it. The club at Westminster is public. And then you're going to have a bunch of private country clubs. So the club at Gateway, the Plantation, Pelican Preserve, Colonial Country Club, you have Heritage Palms, Cross Creek, Renaissance, and Hideaway Country Club. These are all very, very nice courses that if you belong to, say, Gateway Country Club, you can have in the off season, the reciprocal season, which runs from May through October, reciprocals at places like these, as well as other courses down south in Naples, which is very nice. It just depends on your local club and who they are getting reciprocals from. Now, let's go to the fun stuff. Let's go to the beach. To get to the beach from Gateway is not very hard. Let's show you what it looks like. We come down Daniels Parkway, and we're gonna hit up 6 Mile Cypress, which then turns into Gladiolus, and that goes down to San Carlos Boulevard to Fort Myers Beach. Not that far. It's probably about, I want to say 17 miles, 16, 17 miles. It can get congested on this road during peak season, and especially when we have spring training. As you can see, I'll show you where spring training is. Nice thing about Fort Myers, we have 2 Major League Baseball teams. We have both the Boston Red Sox and the Minnesota Twins that call Fort Myers home. And the Minnesota Twins are going to be right here at Lee Health Sports Complex. So again, Gateway's right here. Minnesota Twins play spring training right there. And then over at JetBlue Park, we have the Boston Red Sox right in the backyard of the Gateway neighborhoods. So if you're a Boston Red Sox fan, this is definitely a good place to choose to live. If you're a Minnesota Twins fan, it's also a great place to live. Regardless of those two things, Fort Myers is definitely a great place all around. In season and when we have spring training, this corridor can swell a lot. So you definitely want to plan to get to the beach early if you're planning on going to the beach that day, because then you don't have to hit all the traffic. But if it's off season, not a big deal. Traffic isn't too bad. The main road the main highway is going to be I-75. So I-75 is right here. goes north, it goes south to Naples. To get to Naples from the Gateway area is probably about 35-40 minutes. You can shop down at 5th Avenue South. You can go down to Bonita Springs. You can go to Estero. All great locations. You can check out other beaches down that way. Vanderbilt Beach, great beach. But if you're going to go to Fort Myers Beach, right here, you might as well head on over to Sanibel. Sanibel has some of the nicest beaches in Southwest Florida. Clear water, warm, calm, very nice place to go out. Also, lots of shopping, lots of local shops, and lots of local restaurants that you can choose from. A good time to be had for sure out there. And the other major city that's close to us is Cape Coral. So from Gateway, you can get to Cape Coral many different ways. You go over different bridges and access the Cape Coral market if you're interested in that. But I'll do another video on that some other time. So that's it. I've shown you everything there is to show about the Gateway area, this part of Fort Myers, from the beaches to the sports parks to golf to shopping to restaurants, the downtown area, the airport, all within drivable distance, very easy to get around, not that hard. But like I said, when it's tourist season, when it's spring break, when it's spring training, this area does swell, and you do have a lot more people on the road, so you do have to give it more time and definitely plan ahead if you're going to be going out and about and going to do things. So if you're thinking about moving to Fort Myers or the Gateway area, reach out. My contact information is in the description box below. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 9 months, I'm here to help you make an easy move to Fort Myers.